Creative thinking is basically a learning process. As John Clee says, I'm an old man, I will soon die. Therefore, I want to learn maximum as much as possible so that when I die, I'm a well informed person. With this start, I would say what is basically creative thinking is and why creative thinking is required. Creative thinking basically is adding value to our life. It's a way, it's a strategy, it's a mechanism, it's a process. In other words, it's giving a solution to a problem in the best possible manner, a solution which has not existed up till now. We can say it is adding value to our personal lives and the world around. The solutions have to be picked up, keeping in view the standard constraints of time, energy, and money. Another good thing about creative thinking is it's not a God given quality or an inherently built up quality. It's a quality, it's a skill which can be developed by anybody. Therefore, the good news is that you are a creative person. But there is a possibility that your creative faculties may be dormant and latent at the moment. The point is how to activate, ignite these latent creative faculties. The best way is to pick up in your lives those problems which basically suits your passions, your strengths, your aptitude, and your mental inclination. When you are really acquainted and well versed in picking up problems like this, you are certainly going to give a very different and distinguished solution to the world. Second point is that you can make use of the creative thinking potential of other people's around. For instance, as a manager, you can make use of the creative faculties of your team members. Whenever you confront an important issue, you call a meeting and you ask everybody for their inputs and jot down every solution given by the members of your team. During this process, there is no criticism at all. It's a brainstorming process and you have to give equal value to everybody, to every idea. Subsequently, you have to segregate which solution suits your constraints, which is practicable, and which is appropriate for your organization. Third point is you have to develop focus. For creative thinking, you see, focused approach is the baseline. To develop this approach, we have to isolate ourselves and give concentration to the thought and pick up at that time at which you are in a better performing mode. It may be early in the morning, it may be before going to bed, or it may be going out of office and at some place where you feel relaxed and you can develop that required focus. As a last word, I would say that when we look around the world, the problem is we have rulers, we have leaders, but we don't have thinkers. There is quite scarcity of thinkers. I would like to quote an example in the recent past of a good thinker, leader and ruler and a political ruler. There are so many others as well. I'm saying it just to avoid objection. I would quote the example of Deng Xiaoping of China. In 1978, one day he thought that these are Chinese who are performing excellent in Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, but they are not performing on the mainland China. Why so? Ultimately, he discovered that this is the difference in the economic system. There is market economy in Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, and there is state-controlled economy in China. What he did, he decided to experiment the market economy in China, but he was not in a position to totally put a cross on the state-controlled economy in China. Therefore, he experimented the market reforms on the eastern coast of China. And ultimately, the world has witnessed that 1980 onward, almost more than for 3 decades, China observed 10% GDP growth rate, unparalleled in the economic history of the world. What he did basically, he made use of the strength of both the systems. He blended both the systems, the market economy and the state-controlled economy. And I would end my talk with saying of Edward de Bono that take everything excellent, but not enough. And likewise, and the last word will be of Steve Jobs, that in this competitive world, if you really want to live better life and survive in a better mode, then stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you very much. God bless you.